Good morning, traders. How's everyone doing? So, yeah, let's have a look at the price of Bitcoin. We did see a large liquidation of the long positions. We actually spoke about this twice last week on this channel, also on X as well. I actually called this out on the 9th of October. I said BTC will dump to liquidate the high leverage longs before continuing up. Watch my video, which explains. To say I warned you. So we have seen situations like this in the past, and it's very simple. We had so many attempts last week to break 124, and we kept on failing. Sorry, here we go. Fail, fail, and fail. That's three attempts. After three attempts, what we did see is more high leveraged long positions coming into the market around the 121, 120 zone, but the market makers were short. So um, we saw a lot of buy pressure coming in these zones. Uh, but I personally didn't. I was really targeting the 107, these ugly lows here. We did come and grab that liquidity. I did not expect to come down and wick into 102. So I was quite surprised with that. But I was short and long on gold because gold is the hedge against Bitcoin. So that was a very good profitable trade. So everybody in my community did not lose any money except their spot portfolios, which are a bit down. But in a dump like this, we're always going to have a recovery. And yesterday, we did actually scalp short positions yesterday as well using order flow. And if you do want to learn about order flow, contact me in the description below. And sometimes we do have weekend live sessions together. And it's quite a profitable day yesterday. Now, I mean, there's a lot of things on the internet, and every influencer saying it's the tweet and this and that. But I don't look into all of this, because you're always going to get tweets from that person in reference to trade wars, and that will carry on. The fact is, on the 8th or the 9th of October, there was way too much high leverage longs. And that's a recipe of disaster. That's a big warning sign. So it doesn't matter about who tweeted what and what tweeted this and what manipulation, what did this. It doesn't matter about all that. It's common sense. You've got too many high leverage longs. Yeah, use a stop loss or reduce your risk. So now I am expecting a recovery up, and we are fighting against this VWAP here, which is a good sign, of small sign of strength, I would say. And there is a possibility we can make a recovery back up to the 115 zone, maybe 117, and reject. Because this wick is a bit of a problem for me, because usually we do come back and fill most of this wick. However, if you do have a look at the same chart but without the candles, so I just put a line chart on, you can see there is no wick. Everything looks pretty healthy. So we can see that we're bouncing perfectly off this VWAP here, and this is why my VWAP strategy works amazing. So as a strategy you can learn from myself. Just DM me in the link on Telegram. The link's in the description below. So we had a bounce here, and we had a push up. We had another bounce here, and we broke through this VWAP. Now we're bouncing again. So yes, I am currently long at the moment, but I do have a very tight stop loss, and that stop loss is basically below those lows at 107,000, because if we do lose these bands of the VWAP, then we could be just rolling over to come back a lot lower. Then I'll be targeting 96, 98, between 96 and 98,000. So yes, I'm in a long position currently. I'm still in the short position as well. So I did take a lot of profit. I took the profit earlier, took it at 112. So I've got a small position left on that short position. with a stop loss of at the entry position, so it's protected. So I'm hedged, but we were also discussing this in the community, and I did instruct a lot of my BTC traders who trade BTC and convince them to trade gold as the hedge for Friday, because on Friday we saw major on order flow and on some of the AI systems that we use. We saw a lot of manipulation happening on the actual depth of market, and that was indication, okay, something is looking good. But we also knew a couple of days ago that there's too many high leverage longs, and you just need a tweet or something like that to cause this. So the warning signs were there, so there's no excuses for people crying over their portfolios or over their trades. You just ain't a trader. You don't know how to trade in this market. Simple as that. You know, most of the influencers got it wrong, but maybe that's what they're designed to do. You know, I will just tell you how it is. So I am long at the moment. From got two positions open from 10 and 109, and we did scalp a lot of short positions yesterday as well. So that was quite good. So nobody in my community has lost any money. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the way I teach as well. So yeah, this VWAP here is very, very important. I'm looking for a rejection at the next VWAP, which is about 115, 116. We'll see what happens as price develops in this zone. I don't really want to put out any YouTube trades at the moment because this is just a recovery. I would like to see what actually happens when the market's fully open. And the reason for that is very, very simple. If we are going to now revert to the tweet, yeah, it happened as the markets were closing or just after the markets were closing. So I don't know what the reaction is from the S&P 500, how the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq will be next week. Plus we have a lot of data coming out as well. Let's have a quick look at this data. So we do have a couple of FOMC members talking. Bank holiday Japan, bank holiday Canada, bank holiday USD. So yeah, this is the reason I don't really want to be projecting what could happen. Although, like I said, I am long at the moment on BTC, but this is just a scalp trade, and I'm looking at taking profits very, very fast. I want to see the reaction of how the markets are on Tuesday. And if we come down, we do have it's on Tuesday. Oh, look at that. We have Powell speaking. Yeah, this is a big deal. This is a very big deal. So a lot of data and Powell speaking next week. Unemployment. I know we got the GDP for the GB, and we have I thought we did. Yeah, sorry. Here we go. PPI we have next week. Retail sales, unemployment. So it's a very data-driven week. Could this be, a manipulation play to buy back in low? Of course it can be. It always happens. But I don't care anything about that. I do care about my VWAPs here. We've seen that we did have accumulation period here. This is your manipulation, and then you're going to have the expansion, and we see the same thing here. We see accumulation, and we see manipulation. The accumulation actually happens slightly higher, and you can't see that on a 4-hour chart, but you can see it on order flow. You can clearly see the accumulation on BTC on order flow in this zone here. This here just looks like manipulation, and this also looked like manipulation yesterday, and I did make a separate video on that. And let me know in the comments below if you would like me, and that's fully on order flow, explaining this manipulation. And I do think we're going to have an expansion up, but are we going to get to all-time highs? I don't know, because there's extreme fear in the market, which is a good thing as well. Yeah, so we are at extreme fear, perfect place to buy. Now we can see the volatility index spiked up very high. We all know from the past when we get past 100, when we get past 20, it's a good time to buy. So I will be keeping an eye on this as well. Let's just have a quick look at gold because I just want to cover gold. I know this is a Bitcoin TA, but we did see some good movements in gold, and I did actually say to the community, look guys, like gold is going to climb up. The markets are going to dump. Gold is going to climb up. That's exactly what happened. And we were long on gold from 339.50 and closed up on the positions there. So that's a big trade. A lot of profits were made on Friday. A lot of people lost money. That's because they don't understand risk management. They don't understand trading, and they never look at order flow. Order flow is very, very important. My VWAP strategy works perfectly well. So does my order flow strategies in BTC. So if you do want to make money, contact me in the link description below, because now I am taking students again to train them one-on-one. Now, one thing we must have a look at is what happens if we get rejected. Actually, let's just go back to this here and let's just have a look at this type of chart. So this is a 50 EMA, and if we have a look at the weekly time frame, which is very, very important, you can see that I have this cloud that runs perfectly well. It's not really an indicator, but it does give me some guidance, and every time we have come back into this, we bounce back off it, and right now we sort of have done that. Like I said, we could get rejected, come down and retest this, and that's sitting at 99,100. Regardless of anything, at 99,000, 98,000, 97,000, 100,000, 101,000, 102,000, this is still a good buying opportunity because we are not in a bear market. This is a normal healthy correction. And let's just have a look at the correction as well. Let's just go to a 4-hour time frame. What was the actual percentage? So about 16%. That's if you take this from 122, but if we take it from the all-time high, it's 20%. That's not bad. You can easily drop another 10%, and there will be nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in a bull market for this to drop down another 10%. I don't think there's anything wrong. If we did have another 10% drop, let's say from where we are now, sorry guys, let's just have a look. Let's just say we drop from there 10%. Yeah, that 10% brings me back to exactly where I would want to open some swing long positions. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So all of these people on Twitter, on X, Reddit, and all influencers, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and most of them are not traders. They have no experience in trading. They never talk about order flow. They have no strategies. So the retail, unfortunately, follows these influencers, and they just get it all wrong. There's only a few people in this game who get it right consistently. If you go back and look at all my videos, what I'm projecting always happens. So there you go. I'm not trying to like big myself up or anything. I'm just telling you, I know how to trade. Right, so yeah, as you know, I'm in a long position. My stop is underneath there, and the reason is if we do come back into this zone, actually what I'm going to do is I actually will put my stop loss to entry position just to protect me right now. Yeah, so I haven't taken any profits on this trade. Normally I do go quite aggressive in taking profits very fast and then put the stop to entry, but this time I haven't actually done this. But I'm just going to put the stop loss to entry now. So that's all I have for you guys. I will do more of an update as price develops, and we should get some good trading opportunities this week. If you have a look at this video, which was prior to this, is Bitcoin price action TA. Watch before Friday. Even says it's watch before Friday. If you had watched this video, you would have been in profit. So we do have some partners of the channel. We have MEXC and we have BYDFI. Both are very good exchanges. BYDFI is doing a 20% deposit bonus. So if you do click on this link here, you can open an account and DM me your UID, and I will let you into my private VIP club. Now, in the next 2 weeks, we are going to be expanding this VIP private club, because we will be introducing our AI system, which is not a price prediction tool, but it's a market and macro fundamental prediction software that I have developed with my team. We're going to be trialing this out for the next maybe a month and a half. We have tested it out for the last 12 months, and we were very, very happy with it, the way it predicts things and predicts the market movements. It's just not only in crypto, it's in also your legacy markets, etc. as well. So we want our community to test this before we actually bring it out there. That's all I have for you guys. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for us to worry about at the moment. If we do lose 96,000, then we can start talking about a bear market. But right now, I've got nothing to be worried about, and nor should you. The only thing you should get around to do is to understand risk management, money management, work on a strategy that actually works. If you can't do that, join the Telegram. The link is in the description below. Take care, guys. Happy Sunday.